Thanks so much for joining me today. Thank you for clicking on my video and saying to YouTube that my video looks interesting to you. I'm Em and this is Makeup Brie and I'm excited to have you here. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for this fun tag video. I was tagged to do this video by MakeupByAlyMUA, so I'll have her channel linked below. She's a sweet, awesome person, and I'm excited to do this tag. I think it was inspired by Theresa is Dead, but the original creator, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting her name right now, but she'll be linked below in the description box if you're interested in doing this tag as well. So this is the, what is this called? Marvelous, shoot, I forgot to write it down. Marvelous something or other. Oh well, here we go. Alright, so this hopefully will be short and sweet because my battery is dying and it's flashing its ugly red eyes at me, so let's get going. So the first one is Lady Prime, so a primer that actually works. The thing with primers is that there's different kinds for different things. So there's some that's meant to make your makeup stay longer, and then there's some to help blur pores and imperfections, and some are just simply there to kind of color correct and do that sort of thing. So there are two primers that I personally like. I'm going to disclose that I don't have noticeable pores. I know you can hate me because I'm so super lucky. The few pores that I do have are on my nose, but they're so small that they're not really noticeable. But I do like primers that fill in lines because I have some forehead lines and I have some lines around my mouth that I'm starting to disguise. So what I've been using is the Laura Geller Spackle Blur. This stuff works really well. Another one that also works is the NYX Pore Filler if you want to kind of go with an alternative, a cheaper dupe. They work pretty similarly, although this one is in a squeeze tube, whereas this one is actually a stick that you have to rub all over your face. The caveat to these though is that if you're using a brush to blend your makeup in like I do, you have to be really careful. You're better off patting it on because otherwise you'll lift the product right out and it just doesn't work. Now for a more hydrating base that is a little bit more tacky, that helps make your foundation apply more smoothly, Holy Grail. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It is so worth the $60 price tag. It works beautifully. I love it. It's got squalane in it, which has really great hydrating properties. It's got just a plethora of really good ingredients. So as far as like the skincare kind of primer goes, this is top notch. I cannot recommend it more. Onward to Ripe and Hype. This is makeup actually worth the hype. I have to say Viseart. Viseart has a high price tag, but the quality is there. This I use in my kit. This is the 01 Natural Matte Palette. As it sounds, it is simple. It is a matte palette. You've got some mid-tones, some cool tones, some warm tones, and some skin tones, and it even works for deep tones. This is just a really great palette overall. It is a little pricey. It's definitely meant more for professionals, whereas something like this, the Petite Pros, I love this one. This one is beautiful. This is the Petite Pro 2 called, there is no called, it's just the Petite Pro 2. I have used this so many times. It's got the most beautiful berry tones, but you also have this coral shade and some plummy purples and a brown. This just works so well and it blends out so smoothly and beautifully. So Viseart is so worth the hype. Number 3 is Late Bloomer. This is a product I love, but I wish I had tried it sooner. This is simple. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Concealer. I had seen so many people using it, but I was just turned off by the sponge tip on the top. I don't like sponges and I hate reusing them. I think it's unsanitary, it's non-hygienic, I just don't like it. And then Mischievous, or Julia Graff as she's now known as, used this and she said she took the sponge tip off. So, that changed it for me, and now I love this concealer. It works really well. I'm wearing it today to cover up dark circles, so wish I started using it sooner. But now that I know to take the sponge tip off, we're good. Next one is Tentative Tingles. Makes me think of like an octopus or something. Anyway, so this is a palette I was on the fence about, but I'm now obsessed with. Okay, I know I feel a little bad talking about this because of a video I recently uploaded and saying that I'm not going to be supporting this brand anymore. But I truly love this palette, and it's the Sultry palette from ABH. When I first saw it, I was like, another ABH neutral tones palette. Meh, meh, meh. And then when I finally went into the store, I was kind of like, and then I walked away. But I came back to it because it's got cooler tones. Don't get me wrong, I like warm tones. However, how can you go wrong with beautiful tones like this? And every time I've used it, I've just created the most beautiful smoky eye. And it just, like, I have a warmer skin tone, but this just looks beautiful on anyone. Rose Quartz is the perfect rose gold shade. I like Cinder. It's brown with a little bit of glitter in it. Pearl, Cyborg. Like, they're all just beautiful shades. I really like this. I just feel badly about recommending ABH, but I already purchased this a long time ago. They already have my money, and so I don't feel as badly about using it, but I just don't want to recommend ABH products anymore. Next one is Game Changer. This is a product that changed the game and part of my routine. So for years, I struggled with my brow game. I just could not get them to look good, like shape-wise, etc. I don't have the exact product anymore. I need to order a new one, but it was a Cella pencil, and it's similar to the ABH Brow Wiz, but I liked this Cella one so much better that I never reached for my ABH one. This one's similar, and I'm using that in my brows today. This one I like, but it's a little bit more fussy and a little bit more high maintenance. That's why I like brow pencils, but the Cella brow pencil is hands down the first product that actually made my brows look decent. Like, I didn't look like I had caterpillars roaming on my face trying to like not die or something because my brows were not very good for a long time. It just helped elevate my brow game. I was actually able to create that perfect definition and simple brush strokes because I'm not into the Instagram brow look. I don't really care for the creams as much. I just think it looks really harsh. I mean, it works for other people, but for me, I don't really like it on my face. But that brow product, hands down, game changer. If you don't have good brows, then it's hard to have good makeup because they just structure your face. They just give you a nice base to work with. They frame your eyes, so on and so forth. So many cliches, but it's true. When you have really good brows, how can you have a bad makeup day? Another product that totally changed the game for me was a foundation brush. I know it's not makeup, but I'm not a big fan of makeup sponges, to be honest. I mean, they do a beautiful job kind of blending everything together, and there's times where I'll still use sponges. However, I just prefer brushes. They're easier to clean. You don't have to throw them out as frequently as you do with sponges. You can use them on clients. You can't really use reusable sponges on clients. Anyway, I digress. Foundation brush. This is a Real Techniques foundation brush. It is one of the only foundation brushes that I've used that I continue to use year after year. It's a really dense brush and it does a really nice job just blending out foundation in a flawless way. You know, the typical foundation brush is this flat paddle kind of filbert shape, and then stippling brushes like this that are dual fiber do a good job too with specific kinds of products. But no matter what kind of product I use, this brush is just my ride or die. I definitely can tell the difference between using this brush and something else. Right. Moving on, Lady Lash mascara that looks like the B on the box. Sorry, I don't cuss, so I'm not going to say it, but you can imagine what B means. I have 4 mascaras. I know that's a little superfluous and not everybody's going to agree with some of my choices here. The very first mascara that I really enjoyed was the Benefit They're Real. I have a deluxe sample here. This is probably really old. I don't know how long I've had this. It's got one of those wands that just comb through your lashes. I really liked how that looked on my lashes. The second one, which I'll insert here, is this Lancome Hypnosize, I think is what it's called. It's got this nice tapered barrel mascara wand and it combs through the lashes really well, and every time I've used it, my eyelashes just instantly lift up and it looks beautiful. Another one is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. This one is a brand new deluxe sample, so I'm gonna have to use it now. It's just a simple wand, but this mascara just works really well for my lashes. And then finally, this is my newest one that I've been using a lot lately. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational in Very Black. I like this because it combs through my lashes. It's got this curvature shape, so it actually helps to curl your lashes as they lift them. And I mean, you can't really go wrong with those. I really like them. The next one is Shine and Dine. Lip gloss that's shiny, but without that flypaper effect. I actually didn't discover this until most recently, and it is the Galactic Jello Gloss Bomb. I'm not going to put it on because I have lipstick on, but what I really like about this is that it's a gel formula, and it just coats the lips so beautifully, and it smells like grape pop. Grape soda, grape pop. I grew up in the Midwest, Montana, so I say pop or soda, just depending on who I'm talking to. It doesn't feel sticky at all. I feel like it really moisturizes my lips. It's perfect. It reminds me of grape soda. It smells just like that, and it just gives a nice gloss to the lips without it being overkill, and it doesn't run everywhere. It works really well. I am probably going to be purchasing more of these soon. I got this in a Nipsey bag, by the way. And the final question, or the final funny thing, is anti-cake. So this is a powder that sets without that doughy, nasty look on the face. I have two powders that I really like. There's a couple other powders that I use. I just don't grab for them as often. This one I've grabbed for years. I really like it, and it's the NYX High Definition Finishing Powder. As you can tell, I've hit pan. And I'm almost out. I'm going to have to replace this really soon. I use this around my nose, my chin, my forehead if I need to reduce shine. And I also use it to set under eye concealer. But I've stopped doing that as much now that I have this, which is the Laura Mercier Secret Blurring Powder. And I don't use it just for under the eyes. I use it around the face. It's got this like shimmering property to it, but it's beautiful. It helps deflect light. It helps to reduce the look of texture and lines, especially for me, because hello, I got a lot of texture going on right now because my eczema flared up again around my eyes. So this does a really great job. Anyway, that's that for this tag video. Thanks to Ali for tagging me. This was so fun to do, to just kind of give you my non-BS kind of list of favorite things, essentially. So I hope this was helpful and useful and kind of fun for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and if you're interested in doing this tag, please do so and leave me a comment below letting me know that you've done it. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day, and I hope you stay healthy, stay happy, stay well, and stay electric. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye!